Thank the chairman for having this hearing, and I'm going to try to be brief. And I want to thank our witnesses, in particular Mr. Shaw and Mr. Ronnebeck, for being here today, and as family members of what they've had to go through. We appreciate you coming forward. Look, we're having an important debate here in Congress regarding the Department of Homeland Security. And the debate centers around, and Mr. Lynch touched on this at the close of his remarks, centers around the unconstitutional actions of this president last November. And so many people know what he did was unconstitutional. We don't to take conservative or Republican, but we got all kinds of legal scholars, both liberal and conservative, who say it's unconstitutional. And now we have a federal judge who says it's unlawful. And yet, we invited the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security to come and testify today. And in the midst of all this, and people like Mr. Shaw and Mr. Ronnebeck coming here to testify, Secretary Johnson said he couldn't make it. And he couldn't even send a designee. Now, you would think, with this debate being as big as it is, the department could at least come to Congress this week and testify. I've seen Mr. Johnson on TV for every day for the last week and a half, yet he can't make it to a committee in front of Congress with this panel. It's ridiculous. Just ridiculous. So I appreciate this hearing, but the frustrating part is we don't have the department here to answer all kinds of important questions. Important question like this: how can Congress fund something we all believe is unconstitutional and a federal judge has said is unlawful? How can we do that? But yet that's the position the other side wants to take. Mr. Lynch just used the term hold hostage the DHS funding. We're not holding anything hostage. We're upholding the Constitution, and we're funding the Department of Homeland Security. That's the bill that passed. That's the common sense bill that passed the House of Representatives. And yet, Secretary Johnson is unwilling to come to the committee today and answer our questions. Makes no sense. He can go on TV and talk about it all. He was on every single show this weekend, but he can't come here in front of Congress, take a few minutes of his time to maybe answer questions that families who are here have. Can't do it. Can't do it. So I appreciate the chairman having this hearing, but it would have been better if the Department of Homeland Security would have had the courage to come here today and answer not just our questions, but the questions the American people have about this important issue on this important date during this important debate. With that, I yield back, Mr. Chairman.